Ooh, it's time to cold smoke my cheese. I'll be doing half of each block, and this is the mozzarella. And what I'll do is cut off the corners so I can distinguish it from the Monterey Jack. And this is sharp cheddar. I'm going to try doing Parmesan cheese for the first time. And then sprinkle it on salads. Ooh, yum. I've smoked almonds before, but not cold smoked them. So I'll probably have, because these are raw almonds, I'll probably have to bake them in the oven. And I used my little guillotine slicer, but because these are 5-pound blocks, it's a little difficult, but I can get it done. Let's go cut the cheese. Cheese is cut up and ready to go. I'm not going to smoke all the mozzarella because the mozzarella is going on the lasagna and pizzas. I'm not going to smoke all the jack because the jack is going to chicken enchiladas. And that's all that's pretty much left of the cheddar because I eat the cheddar. When it's smoked, I eat it even faster. Now, hopefully I won't drop any of these. By the way, this is my smoker. My smoker is I think it's a 4-gallon bucket. And you can tell it's been used several times as a smoker. Key is not to let the cheese touch so it doesn't block any of the flavor. And then I made these little shelves. So I can layer the cheese. These things are no longer available. When I was using those, I've cut them up to fit other things. And now all I could get was the long, skinny one, so I had to cut those down. I wish I had more of those. It would be perfect. Okay, we'll try some of the raw almonds. They really need to be spread out to get a good flavor distribution. And the Parmesan. Oh, I hope that turns out good. I like Parmesan, and it smokes it even better. Okay, she's loaded, 4 layers, and ready to go. Now I have to cover it. And this is the shower cap. Got them over at Walmart. No, this was the 99-cent store. Disposable shower caps, and they fit perfectly. I've never filled it up this much before, so now wrench as much air out as possible. When you have bowls on top, it's not that easy. And here is the cold smoking gun. I had one, the first one, and it died after about the 4th use. I contacted the company, and they sent me another one. And it comes with, it used to come with 2 very large packages of chips. Now they're just little tiny vials. Doesn't matter, you don't use much. And it came with a black, real flexible hose that kept folding. You had to be a mile away from whatever you were trying to smoke. So I got this tubing, which fits on the end of the attachment that goes to the smoking gun. And I drilled a hole in the bottom of my bucket. So all I have to do is fire up. I do keep a chopstick in the holes because it likes to bend. But I don't like either one of those. My favorite is pecan. And according to Martha Stewart, you eat a pecan and you pee in a can. These were the shavings from when my pecan tree died and fell over. And all you need is the tiniest little pinch or 2. Now let's see if I can do this with one-handed. Now, are you going to work? Ah, you're going to work. They say do not use a torch or whatever it is. You're only supposed to run it for so many seconds. Okay, see how the smoke's coming out? I let the smoke come out before I plug it in. Otherwise you're using just a lot of air. And I let it run until the bag blows up. Do I not have you on? Yeah, you're on. There we go. Now it's starting to fill up. Don't know why it's not filling up right away. Well, it's leaking smoke, so... Oh, it was just uncooperative. They're new batteries. I wait until the shower cap is a nice dome, even though the smoke's leaking out, and let it sit for 20 minutes and come back and fire it up again. And I do suggest doing it outside because your house will smell like a barbecue. Oh, there it's really kicking in. So it's full and coming out the sides. I'll wait 20 minutes and do it all over again. Okay, time for Brown to push the air out. There's no smoke coming out. It takes about 20 minutes for everything to soak it up. More chips. And if you put in too many, it doesn't really smoke well. Gotta turn it on. And I need 2 hands. Well, she's smoking now I can't breathe. As she slowly rises. She puts out a lot of smoke. One thing, the way you're supposed to do it is put your food either in saran wrap or in a plastic bag and then smoke the little dish and then let it sit. You know, seal it off so it holds the smoke. That takes too long if you're doing one little thing at a time. And it doesn't really smoke food like you would have it from a smoker. It's just putting smoke on the outside. It doesn't penetrate. Now on the cheese, because it's soft and wet, it soaks it in quite well. Okay, all the smoke is dissipated. Yeah, no, there's still smoke in there. Ooh, gotta taste it. Got a little smoke flavor. Just very little. Well, the problem is dry things don't take the smoke as easily as damp things or wet things. Like the cheese is moist. The almonds probably aren't smoking. Oh, just cover your back up. Push out the air. Fire up the smoker again. It's really better if you hold it on its side. Oh, smoking up good now. Maybe the fan just isn't blowing hard enough. Or my shower cap is too heavy, either one. And one thing they suggest is to dump the ashes in water. Yeah, I can understand why, because she's still burning. Yes, it's nice and smoky. There is a real fine mesh screen in there. And after a few times, you need to take it out and clean it because it fills up with whatever residue the wood leaves behind that you can't scrape out. Oh, the girls are getting up finally. Was I up too early? Was I up too early this morning? Oh, was I up too early? Okay, I'm gonna smoke this a fourth time. Just because. Not well. Are you smoking? Not doing too well this time. You don't want to go for number 4? There we go. Now we got some smoke going. Yeah. After this smoking, the fourth one, I will take it in the house. I'm supposed to leave them on the counter to get a skin on them, to dry them out. And what I do is I just turn a little fan on them in this to dry it up a bit. Locks in the flavor. Then I'm going to vacuum seal them and freeze them. And if you've ever frozen cheese, you know how it breaks apart and you're having a problem? Maybe you don't want to go for number 4. You're blowing smoke rings? That's interesting. But after I freeze them, if you don't want your cheese to be all crumbly, when you thaw it out, leave it in whatever you've froze it in. I do the vacuum sealer. And leave it out on the counter overnight so it can thaw out real slowly, and it mends back together much better than if you try to just thaw it out in the refrigerator, because the curds stay separate that way. So if you ever freeze your cheese, let it thaw out on the counter overnight, and then you have sliceable cheese again. It may crumble a little, but nothing like if you try to just thaw it out in the fridge. Well, I went in to clean it up since it's not working that well. Take out the screen. Well, come to find out, it had 2 screens. And the reason why it had 2 screens is my other one had 2 screens, but this one didn't. The one that didn't work anymore. So let's see if this blows better now. Oh yeah, that's the problem. It's trying to blow through 2 screens. I just may do a couple of more smokes, because you can really see it rising in here now. So it's really burning it up nicely. Yeah. That's cool looking. Yeah, that's more like it. Note to self, don't put the screen back in. Don't put both screens in. I'm going to smoke it a couple more times with the heavier smoke. Yeah, that's what I'm used to. I haven't used this in a couple of years because I still had some smoked mozzarella in the freezer. Now that's more like it. Don't want to bring the whole thing out again. Okay. Yeah, that's more like it. I'll do one more after this. It'll be 3 with the really good smoke coming, with 20 minutes in between. Yeah, I don't think this is hay fever. I think I may have caught a summer cold. I know my chest hurts from breathing in the smoke from the smoker. Let's just sprung a leak. Yeah, that's more like it. You almost out? Yeah, you're almost out. And start the timer. Okay, third time with a decent smoke. Uh-oh, there you go. By Jiffy Pop Smoker. Filled to capacity. Okay, that'll be the last one. 3 real good smokes and 4 lousy smokes. The last smoke job. Oh, it still has quite a bit of smoke in it. How does it taste? Oh, nice and smoky. Oh, yeah. Now take it in and turn the fan on it to dry everything out so it builds up a skin. And leave it in the refrigerator. And then vacuum seal it. Or vacuum seal it before I put it in the refrigerator. I can't remember which. I have to think about that one.